Konnichiwa and welcome back to Chrono Reviews. It's time for yet another Figma review, and to follow up straight from the last Figma review, which was Saber Lily from Grand Order, it's time for the other version of Saber Lily from Grand Order, and this one is a exclusive figure, and it is another version, her third Ascension dress from Grand Order. And this box is pretty much a little bit different. Just like Gilgamesh, it's closed. There are no window, but you cannot open to see the figure inside at all, like you could with Gilgamesh. However, I like the style of this. While it still is the double-colored new Figma box, this one is more interesting because it's more stylish. The white and the silhouette, it looks gorgeous. It just does. And this silhouette, the whole thing about it reminds me of the Bad Apple Toho song music video, which is really epic. And the license sticker is right here. And overall, the box does not have much. So the side is not much to speak of. There are no poses on the back. It just says Figma. And the top on the bottom says Figma. And on the side as well is just white, so it's pretty much the front that is attractive, but it's a clean, nice layout for a change. So I still enjoy it, but I really want to see the figure inside, so let's delay no further and open it up. Alright, here we have the exclusive Saber Lily opened up, and I must say she looks really nice. It's a totally new sculpture because the second Ascension is basically without the armor, but the third Ascension, the dress get a slightly different design. Like the skirt is shorter compared to the one with armor, and the puffs on the arms are gone, and there's different socks and shoes, I think. So it's a totally new sculpture, and that's really nice. It's not just, hey, let's make second Ascension and remove the armor and make it exclusive. They actually did a new sculpture, except for the hair, because the face is different, the smile is slightly different from the armored version, so that's a pretty nice job. It makes it nicer to have a different version when it's a new sculpture. So let's just get into it and check the details. Just like the other Saber Lily, this one is really clean. She looks really cute. And she looks a little bit more casual this way. She looks really pretty. I think I prefer the armor because it's stylish, but still this one delivers on a nice design regardless. The paint job is clean, just like the other one. There are no flaws. I can't find a single flaw. And the face is really nice too. And as far as articulation goes, the ponytail are ball jointed on this one too. And you can change the faces as usual like this. I forgot to show that on the other one. You remove the fringe and you can swap the face. But that's pretty standard on Figma, so that's not really that prioritized to show you. And the neck is ball jointed. There are shoulder joints, elbow joints, and jointed hands that are easy to swap. I think they are, yeah, like this. That's easy. And she's a lot less limited than the other version, simply because there are no puffs on the arms. So she can stretch out and she can have a more compact pose. And there is a torso joint here. And the armor part can go outwards, and this part is soft and it's also movable, so is this armor part. No, that was the same part as the sides, so like they overlap each other like this, but it's still pretty nice. And there are ball jointed legs, knee joints, and jointed feet. The toes are not jointed on this one, and she have high heels. But there are no armor joint there, so I understand why they didn't want to have a joint there. But it's pretty nice. I love it. It's a really neat figure. And she can stand. It's a little bit harder to make this one stand, but she can do it, stand without help of support. Let's see if I get it again or not. Yeah, there we go. So let's get into the accessories. It is a Figma bag for storing stuff, can't do without. And there is a Figma stand with this part attached. You can remove it because you do not need it really, unless it's some pose that requires some extra length or angle of the peg. There's also an extra part here, which is basically a spare part for the hand joints. And there is a set of hands. Not that many, but I think they will do the job. And there is a new, different happy face instead of a shouting, fighting face and stuff. But I would expect that those faces for this one, since it's the same head, are changeable with the other Saber Lily, so you can swap them around as much as you like. And last but not least is her sword, Caliburn, and it's the same sculpture and paint job as the other version of Fate Grand Order Saber Lily. So basically the same sword. Nothing new as far as accessories go, except that the hands are different and the face are different. Alright, here she is, Saber Lily, 3rd Ascension version, posed up. And I chose to give her a basic pose of drawing the sword from the scabbard, because I tried that with the other Saber Lily with less success because of the arm puffs being in the way for articulation slightly. But it worked really nicely with this one, and I think she looks graceful and cute this way. And I must say, I really love this version as well. It's a really nice version, and it's nice that this standard armor, which is preferred usually, are the standard version, and this version is exclusive because then people who really loves this Ascension design can get her if they want to. But the armor version is by most people preferred, and it's easier to obtain, and that's a good thing. So let's check this pose all around. I think it's simple but quite dynamic. I think it's not much more to say about it than it works nicely, and it makes her look really graceful and also chivalrous at the same time. And the posing of this one, it's pretty much unlimited, maybe slightly limited due to the limited possibility of the skirt, but other than that, there's pretty much, you can do anything that a Figma can do, because the joints are not limited, especially not on the arms. So let's do a little comparison here. Here we have the armor version, which is pretty much the same. As a base it's the same, but it's still very different. You can see like those parts here who resembles those parts are longer, so it's new parts here. The skirt is totally new, and the arms are their own thing, the gloves are their own thing, and the whole torso, maybe just the middle torso here are similar. No, it's different sculpture there too. So both are totally different and fresh sculptures, except for the hair, but that's totally no problem. And the faces are new, so you can change between the two, and that's really nice. There is nothing really that limits you for that. And just like the other one, I'm going to just push in the standard Saber Lily here. So here is all the 3 Saber Lily figures in Figma form, and I must say it's hard to choose. This one I prefer over this one. I already went through that in the review. But which one of those two are my favorite is harder, because when it comes to design, I always like Lily with the armor, because it makes her look like a graceful knight, and the armor are sleek and nicely shaped, and it looks really nice on her. But at the same time, this one looks really cute in a way. She looks less bulky. Not that this one is bulky either, because it's a very graceful armor, but it's a very hard choice. But in general, in Fate Grand Order, I think that the armor should be the final Ascension instead of this, because it's more logical to have better gear and protection when you're higher level. But you know, female plot armor, they take off stuff instead of adding stuff in most cases. So this one is the third Ascension and this one is the first Ascension. But the good thing is you can swap between which model you will use in the game, so it's no big deal. You can just go on and use this. And both are really nice. But if in the end of the day, if I have to pick a favorite Lily, the standard is probably my favorite, but this comes really close. And that's a good thing. It makes it harder though if you're just going to buy one figure. So I guess I'm not helping you much if you're going to decide. So it's up to you what you prefer on her looks. But I really enjoy this one, and if you want to get more than one Lily or one Lily and want this one, I highly recommend it. It's a really nice figure. There are barely no flaws. Maybe there could be more accessories, but I'm not exactly sure what should be included for Saber Lily. So maybe some effect for slashing or something that could be added, but I mean, it's fine. So I hope you enjoyed the review and found it useful. So until next time, take care and sayonara.